welcome to This is Public Broadcasting. I'm your host, Captain Rutledge. Ever wish to visit the past? Well, my only advice to you is, be careful what you wish for.
Time Warp Trio was an animated series produced by WGBH Boston and Soup to Nuts, the same collaboration that would go on to create Word Girl for PBS Kids Go. The show originally premiered on the Discovery Kids Network and Saturday morning programming block on NBC from 2005 until 2006.
Yeah, I know, not a PBS Kids show, but the mere fact it's produced by WGBH Boston and distributed by PBS International qualifies it to be reviewed on This is Public Broadcasting. Also, I really want to talk about it.
The show involves three friends, Joe, Sam, and Fred, voiced respectively by Mark Rendall, Darren Frost, and Scott McCord. On Joe's 10th birthday, he receives a mysterious blue book from his uncle. At the most inopportune moments, the book transports the three friends through different points in time. Whether it be fighting off bloodthirsty pirates and Vikings, riding with Mongols and cowboys, and even going 100 years into the future to meet their great-granddaughters, Jody, Samantha, and Freddie.
Oh, no! Wait! Hello!
It's true!
The Time Warp Trio... Excuse me a second. Funny. Nobody there but this blue book. Anyways, the Time Warp Trio was originally a book series created by John Sheshka and illustrated by Lane Smith and Adam McCauley. If you don't recognize those names, you might recognize some of their other works. I kind of wonder about the differences between the book and TV series. Also, what's in this book?
The John Sheshka series consisted of 16 books, 12 of which were adapted for television. Sam and Fred keep pretty close to their book counterparts, though Joe is changed from a cool, suave character to someone less confident, and Freddie in the books wears her great-grandfather's baseball cap. The books have Joe, Sam, and Fred meeting their great-granddaughters in the year 2095, while the show bumps the year up to 2105 to better align with the 2005 premiere. In spite of the changes, John Sheshka and Lane Smith served as consultants for the TV show, with Arthur and Between the Lions writer Kathy Waugh serving as head writer. Former Home Movies animator and storyboard artist David Santangelo served as first-time director, and WGBH executives Carol Greenwald and Dorothea Gillum served as executive producers. Characters were designed by John D., based off Lane Smith's original illustrations, and the bold art design was provided by Home Movies alumnus Mark Usher. The theme song was performed by Austin, Texas-based band Ridlin Kids.
Okay, so I might have warped back to ancient Gaul and accidentally caused Vercingetorix to surrender to Julius Caesar. No big deal. Hopefully. Now, the first episode of Time Warp Trio premiered on July 9th, 2005 on the Discovery Kids channel, followed by a later showing on the Saturday morning Discovery Kids block on NBC. Such a wondrous time. Saturday mornings in the mid-2000s. Back when they used to have actual shows on TV that kids wanted to watch. I wonder if there's anything about it in here. How do you suppose I wound up down here?
The first episode, The Not-So-Jolly Roger, set up the show's premise, with Joe's uncle, Joe the Magnificent, gifting a mysterious blue book for Joe's 10th birthday. While flipping through the book's pages, Joe and his friends Sam and Fred wind up on the coast of the Carolinas, face to face with the infamous pirate Blackbeard, but unable to warp back home without the book. Only by digging up Blackbeard's buried treasure, they're able to find the book and head home again. The second episode, 2105, has Fred inadvertently sending the trio forwards in time to the year 2105. There, they meet their great-granddaughters, Jody, Samantha, and Freddie. With their help, Joe, Sam, and Fred are able to get the book back and return home.
Something screwy going on with this book. Oh, the thing about the boys and their great-granddaughters is how substantially they differ from each other. Where Joe is a bumbling magician, Jody is confident and a little bit vain. Sam is apprehensive and passive-aggressive, while Samantha is teasing and impulsive. And even though Fred is a headstrong borderline idiot, Freddie is shy, sensitive, and not immune to knowledge. Thinking I should set this book down, so I keep from time warping again.
From this point onwards, the boys and the girls go on adventures throughout time, with the boys riding with real-life cowboys and Cheyenne warriors, wandering the Mongolian steppes with a young Genghis Khan, preventing a plot against boy pharaoh Tutmosis III with help from Joe's sister Anna, playing ball with the Maya in Chichen Itza, and discovering Vinland alongside Leif Erikson.
I think I'll call it Vinland.
I hate to break it to you, Leaf, but I don't think that's a grape.
True, but poisonous Berryland isn't going to bring in the tourists.
The girls have their own adventures too. They traverse the Rockies with Lewis and Clark, and fly with Amelia Earhart during her final flight. Then there are episodes that mix up the two trios. Samantha joins the boys in ancient Rome and Napoleonic France. Freddie does likewise in turn-of-the-century New York City. And Jody teams up with Sam and Fred to witness Queen Jinga's meeting with the Portuguese governor in Angola, along with witnessing the lives of ancient Cro-Magnons and Neanderthals. Both trios team up in medieval Japan to take down the evil shogun, Oh Whatabutt of Yo Mama.
Oh, what a butt!
You dare laugh at a whatabutt of your mama?
Yeah, this is a common joke during the show. I can't explain it either.
Starting in 7 Blunders of the World, the show introduces its main antagonist, Mad Jack. Mad Jack is Joe's crazy, evil uncle, bent on taking over the whole of time and space as the ruler of eternity. The one thing stopping him? Joe and the book. Over the course of the season, Mad Jack does everything in his power to claim the book as his own, even going so far as offing his nephew Joe. Sam and Fred team up with Samantha and Freddie to prevent Mad Jack from severing the marriage of Joe's ancestors, Prince Karna and Princess Lakshmi in 8th century India. Then Anna assists the boys in reclaiming the book in Tang Dynasty China. As the series progresses, the girls allude to a great future battle of time between both Joe and Mad Jack. Other aspects introduced in the series include Mabel's diner at the edge of time, Sam and Samantha's descent from Russian guardsman Alexander Kikin, the time map that can locate the book through space and time, and various other abilities of the book. The series' final episode alludes to further future events for both Joe and the trio, like School for Time pages, and not to mention the epic battle with Mad Jack. But sadly, the show was cancelled after only 1 season.
A shame that Time Warp Trio didn't get another season, since it had so much more potential, but it's not too hard to see that it had its own issues, much like other things.
Main problem, the animation. Granted, the show likely had a super tight budget, but the style of animation used looks more like a 2000s webtoon rather than a 2000s animated TV series. Not to mention the childish humor in a few places. Still, it did do a decent job of introducing viewers to a great historical events and figures, along with an enticing, overarching narrative for the characters to follow.
No, that didn't work. I wonder what Soup to Nuts and WGBH did after this show wrapped up.
Just as Time Warp Trio wrapped up production, executive producer Dorothea Gilliam brainstormed the PBS Kids Go series Word Girl. Where Time Warp Trio had only one season to shine, Word Girl had 8 seasons and 130 episodes to its name. And where Time Warp Trio's humor was more juvenile, Word Girl was intelligent and tactful in how it made jokes for the audience of children and families. In short, Time Warp Trio walked so that Word Girl could fly. Okay, I think I might have found it. The thing to get everything back to normal. Okay.
I'm back to being myself again. That's good. As for you, you go here. Stay. If you're interested in watching the Time Warp Trio, all 26 episodes have been uploaded to YouTube. A playlist of episodes is available in the description below. And without further ado, I believe it's time to move on to the PBS Member Station Spotlight. Now then, hocus pocus. Here we go. Video magic, can't beat it. Let's see which name we choose today from the pretty straw hat. Got 2 here. And the one that we're keeping is University of North Carolina Television.
PBS North Carolina started in 1955 with WUNC-TV Chapel Hill, followed by 4 more satellite stations over the next 12 years. WUNC was originally an NET member station, but changed over to the Public Broadcasting Service in 1970. Afterwards, 5 more satellite stations joined up, creating a state network branded as North Carolina Public Television. In 1995, the network rebranded itself as University of North Carolina Television, or UNC-TV for short. In 2009, the network made the transition over to full digital broadcasting, and in 2021, they changed their name to PBS North Carolina, powered by the UNC system. Programming on PBS North Carolina includes local programs such as North Carolina Now, Our State, and Carolina Outdoor Journal, along with nationally broadcast shows like The Woodwright's Shop, Growing a Greener World, and the Zula Patrol. Today, PBS North Carolina serves almost the entirety of the state, along with portions of Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. If you are in North Carolina, you can tune in to PBS North Carolina on these stations, with PBS Kids, the Explorer Channel, and the North Carolina Channel on the digital sub-channels.
Well, thank you to everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, ring the bell, follow on Twitter. Also, don't forget to support your local PBS stations. Some more programming related to the Time Warp Trio can find its way to your television screens. And until next time, I'm Captain Rutledge. Good day. I need a snack.
Hey, isn't that... No way.
It can't be.
Nah, it's gotta be a coincidence. Come on, let's go get some pizza.